Okay, so looking at mechanics and finishing the rear naked choke. So we have two methods, the contractional way or the rotational way. We'll look at the contractional way first. So again, Matthew's carotid arteries on either side of his throat, roughly around there. It doesn't take a lot of pressure, so I don't need to be squeezing like this. The goal is, one, precision. I want to be putting pressure on the exact spot, and two, I need to be able to hold it for a certain length of time. You're talking between 5 and 10% squeezing power. So once I get under the chin, we'll put it into a more realistic situation in a minute. I want to be having my right bicep cutting off his right jugular, my right bicep cutting off his right jugular, my right forearm cutting off his left jugular. And again, I would prefer to have my elbow right under his chin. So again, when I lock the rear naked, think of an invisible line, Matthew's center line, straight down the middle here. So from here, the contractional way is I'm just connecting my elbows. So I'm bringing my elbows together. The other thing I'm doing with my elbow is it doesn't lift up, it doesn't push into his chest. I want my elbow pulling this way. Okay. So as I start to connect my elbows, I'm bringing the crook of my elbow into his throat. And now from here, I'm just squeezing till about 5%. Alright. Once the blood starts getting cut off, it's on. And again, we'll talk about in the next variation if he's got hands in. So as I come around, back in the day when I used to do rear nakeds and they didn't work, I was just squeezing, using muscular strength. So we want to be, one, connecting our elbows, and two, bringing my elbow line into this throat. So as I come under, and I lock this on, connection of the elbows. There is no rush. Okay, there is no rush. That's all I want to be doing there. Think about when someone takes your blood and they put on the thing around your arm that pumps up your veins. Really, it's just that. That's all the pressure, but it's putting it in the right spot. So just turn around, bro. So we put it into, just flatten your back, we put it into the situation that we've been playing with. So again, from mount, the usual stuff, I'm not sitting on Matthew, my knees are pinched, feet tucked, start leaning on his arm, so he makes that reaction. And again, then I move my elbow behind, start to smear it across, try to get it back, bro. I put my weight on that tricep, make the grip, and now as I close to my hand, I slide my knee up, we move the technical mount. Okay, we looked at in previous vids that when I come through, it's actually, that's the grip I want there. So now as I sit back and I'm looking for, let me just turn this way, bro. As I sit back and we're looking for our rear naked choke, again, when I start to come through, it depends on where Matthew goes. If I take him to the underhook side, I can be pushing through. Okay. Again, I can be going to post rear mount, I can pull back my arm, I'm thinking about getting my elbow underneath his chin, and then when I lock my mabile on from this position, it's just connection of my elbows. One more time on that. Just stay at that angle first, perfect. So again, I'm not sitting on him, knees pinched, feet tucked underneath. Start leaning on the throat. There's the elbow that we want. We talked about I could put my hand connected to my hip, and then I use my lat to smear that across. Once I get into our hip wrap position, I move the technical mount. I'm pushing this down. I come through, and from that position I make the grip. And now, as I sit back, I'm already starting to work my mabile on. Again, trying to get my elbow underneath his chin. We'll talk about this hand in a minute, but I never want my hands going in front because now he can trap my support hand. So now from our position, it's just connection of the elbows and the crook of my elbow coming up into his throat. We're not rushing this. It's all about pressure in the right place and being able to hold it for a certain length of time.